If you're not feared, you're replaceable. If you're too honest, you're vulnerable, and if you're playing fair, you're already losing. This isn't just strategy, it's psychology. Welcome to the mind of Niccolò Machiavelli. He wasn't a king, a general, or a tyrant. He was something more dangerous, an observer. In 1513, he wrote The Prince, a book so controversial, it was banned, feared, and studied for centuries, because it revealed something most people didn't want to admit. That power isn't built on virtue. It's built on understanding human nature and using it. Machiavelli believed that people aren't good or evil. They're just predictable. They crave security. They fear loss. They follow confidence, not competence. And if you understand that, you can control outcomes without force. He wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Not because fear is noble, but because fear is consistent. Love can fade, loyalty can be bought, but fear makes people think twice." In psychology, this is dominance bias. Humans evolved to obey those who display control, through tone, posture, even silence. Machiavelli understood this before neuroscience even existed. He knew the truth. People don't follow the best, they follow the bold. But his insights go deeper. He said, "Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear." He wasn't just talking politics. He was describing everyday relationships. Your friends, your co-workers, even your partner. They're influenced more by how you make them feel than by who you are. And here's where it gets darker. Machiavelli believed that morality is a luxury of the powerful, that if you're weak, your principles will be used against you. He wrote, "A prince who always acts virtuously is sure to come to ruin among so many who are not virtuous." It's brutal, but it's true. People admire honesty until it threatens them. They praise kindness until they can exploit it. The real world doesn't reward purity, it rewards strategy. Think about it. You've seen people rise not because they were the best, but because they knew what to say, when to say it, and who to say it to. That's not luck. That's psychology, weaponized. Machiavelli didn't invent this, he just exposed it. One of his most chilling insights is this: everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. In other words, it's not reality that matters, it's perception. You can be brilliant, you can be noble. But if you don't look powerful, if you don't sound confident, you'll be overlooked. This is called the halo effect. We judge people based on one trait, appearance, voice, status, and we assume the rest. That's why presentation beats substance. And Machiavelli? He understood that in the 1500s. But here's the twist. Machiavelli wasn't telling people to be cruel. He was telling them to be prepared, to stop expecting fairness from an unfair world, to stop being surprised when people act in their own interest. Because once you accept how things really work, you gain freedom, not to manipulate, but to navigate, not to dominate, but to survive. He didn't tell you to become a villain. He just warned you. If you don't understand power, you will always be at the mercy of those who do. So ask yourself, are you playing the game, or are you being played?